And of course, you know, we got to start it out with Korey.
Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
Yeah, buddy. So folks, the guy that, you know, at the start of the intro, that is Corey Davis. He is no longer with us as of, you know, 2023. Was it the 13th of December? I think it was.
So yeah, something
But
like that.
it was basically like the day we played the Philadelphia Eagles in 2023 at Philadelphia and beat them 42-19. That was the last game he saw. But yeah, that's the man, the myth, the legend, the guy the show is named after. He started the show. I promised to him I'd keep it going, so here we are. But yeah, you know, like, let's get into prospects, buddy. Like, OCG was supposed to get Nate M. Tucker on. That's the guy I'm really liking because, in my opinion, he's a man amongst boys in the league he was playing. But he's still good for, like, I honestly have him pegged as a 5 to 7 sack productive player in the NFL, right? Could end up being better. That's just what I have him pegged at. And unfortunately, the guy flaked out on him. So he didn't get a chance to interview him.
It's early, though. He might still get him.
You know, it helps to put yourself out there so teams will actually search these guys. They'll look at that interview. They'll see his personality. You know, like, teams look at this stuff. Minus teams like, you know, the Atlanta Falcons and the Chiefs. I mean, they obviously don't care what kind of person you are. If you're a good football player, you know.
Well, he's got a nice little wide receiver coming on, though. I think Josh Cameron. He's no slouch. He's no slouch. There's a lot of wide receivers.
I have the ultimate hoodie collection. Like, every time I get a girl, she tries to steal them. And it's like, no, you're not taking it off. You let wear it here, but you ain't taking it home. Oh.
You let them take it.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
What's up, John Jay?
I've been muted because at 6:15 West Coast time, I got a phone call from FedEx to go to their warehouse to talk to them. Hopefully, FedEx is a good job out in the West Coast where I live. Then Ross called me. They need people to stock up stuff. You know, they pay.
There'll be hot girls at Ross, I promise.
And then when you went live, David, I got a text message from the Boys and Girls Club. So hopefully, you know, there's some positive things, you know, coming my way because I'm tired of just doing nothing.
That's cool, man. If you got involved with the Boys and Girls Club, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, Bebop, I don't know if my camera's picking it up, but it's kind of like the inside of it kind of has a camo thing going on there.
Yeah, orange camo. If you ever want to get lost on the sun.
Best color on a baseball jersey.
You know, you never know where you're going to end up, right?
It's like a Bond movie, fighting on the sun.
Remember, orange on a baseball jersey, you know, a great team, you know, not that team in SoCal.
Not the Mets.
Sorry, Corona.
Not Mets orange, I hope.
Yeah, I am. So I am still searching for that perfect clip. Corey Davis saying, this is a football channel. You know?
Yeah. It's difficult because I've tried.
Like a needle in a haystack.
Basically, I've tried and I've watched like 70-something videos. It's not easy because he would go live for very long.
Dude, I remember one that I want to make a clip out of where he's like, hey, this is a football channel. He's like practically yelling at us like he used to. You know, like, I can't find it. I'm still gonna search. I gotta find that. I gotta find that part. That would
Whenever
be
you
the
see
perfect clip
anything
for it.
good, just snap it with your phone so you know what the date was and all that and time.
Yep.
That's why Mr. YTC would do something called he would leave the time on the on the comment so people can click on it to see why something must have a funny thing must have happened. Something, you know, you never know. I remember when YTC
Someone
put a
Go
time
ahead.
on a game he was watching against the Dallas Cowboys, and he said, "F the Cowboys."
Tim Spears,
I mean, let's go.
Chad and Bebop
Mhm.
and Daniel Burry,
Bebop.
Juice. Excellent. Hey, did you guys hear that the 49ers, and not the 49ers, but California robbed Sam Darnold?
California, what?
They robbed Sam Darnold. You guys didn't hear about this?
No.
I don't know where
Oh, they
Levi
taxed
is.
him?
Yeah, they taxed the S out of him. Okay, so apparently the Seattle Seahawks all got bonuses for winning the Super Bowl. It was over like $100,000 each. And that's great, but Santa Clara, California has the most aggressive jock tax in the entire country. And California doesn't just tax the bonuses that they got, they tax your entire salary based on how many days you were in the state. They call them duty days. And so because Sam and the team spent like almost a week in Santa Clara preparing for the Super Bowl, California sees that as him making a week's worth of income on his $100 million contract and classifies it as California income, even though he plays for Seattle and Washington has no state income tax. So he will owe California a ton of taxes because it's based on his daily salary rate and how long he was in the state. So it's pretty awesome. Thank you, Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Bend over, Sam Darnold. California
And
is coming
not
for
only
you.
that, I heard Santa Clara. Well, I don't know about exactly if it was Santa Clara or California, but I guess it's kind of both. They made like $500 million from the Super Bowl in California or Santa Clara. That I don't know
Oh,
the
I'm
details.
guaranteed California's taking half of that. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Bebop.
so the numbers basically
Tim
like
Spears, what's that, buddy?
because
Thanks
the
for tuning
49ers
in. I appreciate it.
Timmy.
because the 49ers play here, basically everyone kept saying this that the city and the East Bay and the San Jose area combined would make over $1 billion in revenue. And so just for that event alone, you know, a lot of people spend a lot of money just to be here. So it really shows you how
I know I do. And you, John Jay, you do too. We spend a lot. We pay a lot of money to live in California.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Barry, he makes a lot of sports highlights videos, folks. I watch more than he knows because I comment on a few. But it just depends on what in the middle of. Today it was hoist inspection day. And I spent the entire day going, how did you break that? That is amazing. And I fixed all kinds of things. So that's just what I do.
Nice.
It does amaze me. It does amaze me some of the stuff that these guys are able to break, though.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You know, but it is what it is. Like smashing a hook. We have a bead blaster. It throws microscopic metal spheres at the metal and it blasts it, right? And they go everywhere. Walking around that machine's like walking on ice. Okay, you gotta be careful. But it has two hooks and hoists, and these guys keep smashing the top of the hook, the hook fixture into the hoist. So I spent a little while bending a plate back and welding a L bracket on the bottom of each one. So if they're smashing that into something, it'll be the L bracket, not the hoist. You know, just stuff like that. You know, you got to do what you got to do, right?
Yeah. So, David, real quick, what do you think about the historical Super Bowl pattern that I told you about? Should I share it with everyone?
Go for it.
All right, guys. I don't know if you heard this. Levi, I don't know if you heard the Sam Darnold taxation that was awesome. Anyway, so apparently there's been a few years now that the team that has lost the Super Bowl 20 years later has won the Super Bowl. So I don't know if anybody heard of this. Back in 2005, the Eagles lost to the Pats in the Super Bowl, but 20 years later in 2025, they beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. In 2006, the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl, and then 20 years later in 2026, the Seahawks beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. In 2007, Peyton Manning, not Eli, Peyton Manning, and the Colts beat the Bears in the Super Bowl. So 20 years later, in 2027, the Chicago Bears should beat someone in the Super Bowl. And I said to David already, Jacksonville Bears Super Bowl. Let's go. What do you guys think? So are the Bears going to win the Super Bowl, guys?
Is it consequence or is it a
Ben
pattern?
John?
Let us know in the comments in the chat. There,
Ben Johnson's second year, just like Mike McDonald, like it was McDonald's second year too, though. So I don't know.
So
Two patterns.
I have a Bears fan. His name is Michael.
Who?
He
McCall?
is very pessimistic when it comes to his team, and if that happens, which I would like to see that happen, I would like to make fun of him because he would make excuses. So I hope you're right, Kenny, because I want to.
Well, remember he left his fan base and then they became good. So
yeah, he basically joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And at the time, the Bucs were 7-2. Baker Mayfield was supposed to be MVP, and they only won one game after that. So I wonder if there's a weird effect.
Oh man, that's a good one. Let's see what happens to the Bears. They should get a nice pick, at least one nice pick.
Unfortunately, there's another Bears fan who will name nameless because he's a very bad person, but he does not like the quarterback because of what happened in USC when he lost the game and he ran and hugged his mom and started tearing up a little bit. So he doesn't.
Is this the Lion of Judah guy or whatever?
I plead the fifth.
That undefeated Bears season never came. I mean that right?
Remember Tyson Bagent. Okay.
Yeah, they won bad.
Now, Crazy Juice, was he a current NFL player or a draft prospect?
Let's see.
That's sad. It's sad because either way, he's a young man. You know,
Youngman.
I've been lucky enough to live till I'm 49. Never know what tomorrow's going to bring.
A lot of people.
There you go. What's up, buddy?
Yep.
How's it going?
A lot of people.
It's snowing. It actually snowed and stuck, guys. This is the first time.
Wow.
And it's good for our mountains. Our mountains probably got 3 feet because we got like 4 inches.
Yeah, you need that water.
But the mountains always get like whatever we get down here times it by feet, and that's what the mountains get. So
yes.
So I would like to say something, because apparently some very sad news. A football player passed away. A lot of kids dream of being athletes, but sometimes, it doesn't work out for them. Not because they're awful, is just they have certain conditions. And I've seen a lot of players on almost every field. They go see a doctor for their physical and they say, oh, your heart can't take this or that, or they find something and they're like 16, 17 years old and they're tearing up. And it's a sad reality that we forget sometimes that these are people, and those who are very fortunate to have long careers should be always given respect. And that's why the Hall of Fame, the way I look at it, is basically the longevity that these players gave their bodies.
Kuechly didn't deserve it. Sorry, John Jay.
So he was 18 years old. That's sad because he's a real young man. That's sad. And Terror Dome, it's been a mighty warm winter. Like, we've had a snowstorm here and there. Nothing ever sticks. Tonight, it's definitely sticking because it's going to be 27 degrees tomorrow as a high.
That sucks, bro.
So that
Yeah,
means they'll probably be
Colorado's worried
15
about
when
their
I'm
water.
walking out to my Jeep in the morning. Yeah. Oh, Levi says, "What's Levi?" Bebop says, "What's up?"
Don't you put a tarp over your car over there in Utah, and then just pull the tarp off, and then your car has no snow on it?
This is a good method.
Do you know how heavy that tarp would be if it had a foot on it?
Here's what I would say about that. Do what you can with like a lawnmower blower, like
You
a
got a
leaf
winch on your
blower.
car. Don't act
A
like
leaf
you don't.
blower.
Yeah, leaf blower first, and then like if you got to go to bed overnight, I'm saying if you got to go to bed overnight, it's worth a shot. I know how heavy it gets though.
Like I said, I know you got a winch on one of your cars, David.
It does help.
Hook that tarp to the
I
fucking
can
winch
get
and
it
just
off.
turn it on.
That wouldn't be a problem. I definitely get it off.
If you at least
But-
tarp one side, you could jump in the car and warm it up though, easier.
I got remote start on the Jeep, buddy. I just started.
Oh, fancy son of a bitch.
And then I go out there, and a lot of people are like, "What? I think these Jeeps came with options like that." It's like
You just go
the winter package.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have to
I have
dig
a
a
winter
hole.
package Rubicon, which is a hot seller in this area. If I ever want to, but I don't really want to. I paid it off. I want to go car paymentless for a long time.
Don't you have to own a Jeep to live in Utah? I believe that's in their charter.
No. No.
Or you have to be a lesbian with a Suzuki
Moab.
or Subaru. Sorry.
That's only in Salt Lake, and that's probably offensive to somebody.
I thought it was Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh, my mom had one of those. That was fast as hell, bro.
My first car was a Jeep
Those
Cherokee with a
things-
straight six.
They have like a V16, and they don't tell you though.
Dude, they have 5.7 Hemis in the Jeep Grand Cherokees these days.
Did you say Hemi?
Like, and you can get a 6.4. You used to be able to get a Hellcat because it was called a
I
track.
about to say you're not trying to get the Trackhawk,
They
bro.
don't make those anymore. I was actually looking at one of those just today on a marketplace. I was looking at a black Trackhawk. I was like, that's
Oh
pretty
wow,
nice, but
it's fast.
You ever heard of the F-150 SVT Lightnings?
yes.
No,
I almost
I
bought
haven't.
one of those when I was younger. I wanted it so bad.
Ooh.
Did you know that the new Lightnings are electric?
I did not. I didn't even know they were still making them.
Oh no,
Yeah. Honest.
And it doesn't have good range.
it
It's
can't be
just
the
not
same.
Like, yeah, it's not. Well, electric cars are getting better, but for the average person, it just doesn't make sense unless you have unless you have a charging station at work and a home,
Yep.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Sadly, my
Yeah.
car still runs on dead dinosaur. So
I have two that like the dinosaur juice.
yeah,
So-
dino juice. There it is.
Terrible.
Dave, do you have truck nuts on your Jeep?
You know,
Do they hang low?
I could
Do
put
they
some, I
swallow
could put some
to
on.
and fro?
I could put some on.
I think we should
saw
crowdfund
one
you
of
some
the-
truck nuts.
I saw our lead welder pulled up and backed into his spot the other day, and I was like, "Bro, did you know that you have something stuck to the back of your tailgate?" He's like, "Huh?" He runs back there. There's a 10-incher, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about, with a suction cup
With a suction cup,
stuck to the middle of the sun. I'm going.
because he works for
How
ICE.
long were you driving around that way?
Because you know that's what they're doing to the ICE trucks now. People are throwing dildos with suction cups at the ICE cars, and so they're speeding off. They're speeding off with like wiggly dildos, like
Ew.
just like flopping around.
That's funny.
Pink, green, purple, all the colors of the rainbow.
Hopefully unused.
Wow.
They're donated. I know that much. They were donated.
Wow.
Donated dildos. It's real. Look it up. For just $2 a day, you can save a dildo. Back to football.
Back to foosball.
This is where we need
Um,
Corey. This is a football.
I know. This is a football channel. So Tyreek Hill was released by the Miami Dolphins
Yes, he
after
was.
having a catastrophic knee injury.
Yeah, he was dropped off in a wheelchair.
So it's like, what do you do here? You know, do you take a chance and give the guy a 1 year non-guaranteed flyer? If you do, he might not even be ready to start the season. It was bad. Personally, I wouldn't do it. Because he's got a bajillion kids and moving to California.
Oof.
Could you imagine the child support after 1 year? Or it would be 2 years because all those ladies would be having the kids after that.
Yeah. You got to be willing to give
But
away
could
half your money.
That it'd be like that guy'd be hoping to play till he's 55, and that's not going to happen.
I got bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So
gotta
it's
play.
just it's kind of ridiculous, like got to have self-control, folks. You got to have self-control.
Control.
But they released Bradley Chubb too, so obviously they're like moving on. They're trying to do the salary cap reset thing that we did.
Yeah. By the way, Waddle was like, me next. He sent the post to like management, was like, I'm next. Send me out of here next. I'd take Waddle. I would take Waddle.
I remember they signed him to an extension. I'm actually gonna look that up because if they're having a fire sale, what are you gonna trade him for, right?
I mean, I'm just saying I'd rather have Waddle than Tyreek Hill.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
T Hill. He's going back to the Patriots. He's going back to the Chiefs anyway. I heard Tyreek Hill. There's rumors.
I remember when that class, with Waddle, a lot of people were like, "Oh, I want Devontae Smith." I said, I kind of like Waddle. Like I like those under the radar guys. I don't know.
Yeah, he waddles when he scores a touchdown. It's hilarious.
So he agreed to a 3-year, $84.75 million contract extension, $76 million guaranteed. So that's like, I mean that's pretty expensive, honestly.
Pretty
like
steep.
High 20s. That's high 20s. We'll just say that.
I mean, he deserves it, but we don't have it to give.
Well, that's the thing. If we trade for him, we got to think about the salary cap, implications here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Levi, are you going left guard with your first pick, Ravens? Or not going to happen?
Depends.
All right, so
the guard from Penn State, I can't take him at 14.
I wasn't going to suggest him. I was going to suggest Pregnon. What do you think?
Nah, I want Keegan Trost, and I want to move him to guard.
Wow. Oh, wait, you don't have to take him in the first round. Then.
He's 6'4", 314. I want to take him from tackle and move him to right guard. And I think he'd be the most dominant offensive lineman in this entire draft at that point, by far.
Wow.
So you want to basically do away with that one guy. What's his name? Falele?
They're estimating he's going to get a $10 million contract, and all the Raven fans are just fucking laughing.
Yeah,
he's a free agent.
Other teams are willing to buy your trash. It happens. No,
the Giants have done it a lot.
Like, I don't mean trash in a bad way.
I was telling Mr. YTC he should get a what's that offensive line guy you don't like?
And like on top of it, Harbaugh going there and basically hardballing the owner of the Giants into completely destroying their leadership structure, while also acknowledging in Baltimore, him doing that was what caused problems. And it created a rift between the front office management and the head coach management, basically. So it's hilarious to watch.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question real quick? If we're not on any, I wouldn't have anything to talk about at the moment. What do you guys think? Should Shador start in 2026?
What?
Should Shador be the starter for the Browns this year?
Yep.
Two votes for yes.
I believe they have to do it because they have to see what they got.
They have to.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, they got
at the
some
same
option.
time,
I want to see it.
are you gonna have Deshaun Watson making all that money backing him up?
Mm-hmm.
David Njoku said he's not coming back. Wyatt Teller, their Pro Bowl guard, said he's not coming back. They're refusing to re-sign with the team.
That's right. We're going to replace those guys with better, younger, cheaper players, so they can go.
So
that's 2 Pro Bowlers.
They can go.
I've been making fun. I've been making fun of the Browns for years, but it's dumb what the owner did, and then you have basically Watson making money doing nothing.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Just go with the young kid, see what you have. If he's really good, what people are saying, that's your guy. But if you really are pissing off your fan base, saying why do we draft them and we get all these old quarterbacks, like what's the point? And this is the reason why the Browns, in my book, if he doesn't do well, it's because the Browns made him to fail. But this is the problem that, and again, I don't want to get personal, but when it comes to my owner, but yeah, come on, owners are just dumb. They don't know football. The best owners who run teams know how to be in Super Bowls. And so you can make fun of Robert Kraft about all the off field stuff, but I think he's now, as the owner, he's been in 10 Super Bowls, and one of them was without Tom Brady. Yes, they lost to the Seahawks, but that's an owner right there who knows what he's doing.
You pay a guy millions of dollars to manage your roster. Let him do his job.
Hey,
Yeah, nothing.
And if he does it badly, sadly, that means you hire bad.
Deshaun Watson is almost as bad as Trey Lance, so I get it.
Might be worse.
Mm-hmm.
3 first-rounders?
And of course, their new defensive coordinator has never called plays before. Never ran a defense in his entire career.
But they do have Todd Monken.
Todd Monken's already not happy.
You don't like him either?
Well, he got lazy. Horribly lazy. Like, I mean, we'll see. But, like, he got lazy in that last year. The coaching staff's already falling apart. There's a lot of people unhappy in the organization, player and coach-wise, which is why they've had an exodus of coach and players.
I think what happened is Monken left you already in his head, and he was not interested in being there for the second half of your season.
Oh, well, we were going to fire Harbaugh, and there was no way Monken was going to stick around after what he did last year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when you know you're getting fired, I'm just saying, like, you ever been in a job and you're getting fired, like, I'm gonna fuck around this week. Like, I do whatever the fuck I want this week because I'm getting fired anyway. So I'm just saying that's probably what happened. Like, had zero interest in winning games.
So Get On Kid has an opinion on the Browns and their quarterback situation.
Yeah.
That's possible.
If you look at the Browns' history at quarterback, I mean, let's talk about the black hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the bottomless pit. It's
until the one.
Another way to describe it.
Until the one,
right?
Till the one.
So I have a alternate type of situation. If
they just keep getting bad karma. Sorry, John.
If they didn't go with Freddie Kitchens, who was a disaster, and I knew that from a mile away. If they would have kept Greg Williams because when he was the interim coach for like 12 or 13 games, he did pretty well. And so I don't know why they didn't give him an opportunity to prove him as a coach the following year, because Freddie Kitchens was a disaster. Some coaches are just good, and sometimes some players get that wrong coach. And I want to quote an interview I saw where I think Spunky was on with Eli Harrell, and Eli Harrell, who was on the Niners, said this when Kyle Shanahan got there, he basically was like throwing all the old guard away. They say, I'm changing this roster. And, Eli Harrell didn't really appreciate that, but he understands the business. Some coaches want to bring in their guys and not give players that opportunity that was there.
Now, this is something I could see happen.
Hmm.
If you only knew Michael.
Isn't
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner an Olympian though?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Former?
Olympian.
Former?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's when that's when they still had, the manhood though, right?
Hmm.
Like, anyway. So
Yeah.
But Kenny, you made the prediction last offseason that the Browns, this is after they had all those quarterbacks. They had Deshaun Watson, Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Shador Sanders, Dylan Gabriel. They had all of them.
Just one quarterback.
And you were like, and they'll pick a quarterback with their first pick next year. So we'll see if that comes true.
Well, I hope they don't. And it doesn't look like they will. But in 2027, they 100% will. Yeah, 2027 has some nice quarterbacks.
2026, it's like Mendoza. It's kind of like you guys remember the 2021 class, right?
Hmm.
That's what I'm looking at here. You have Trevor Lawrence and the backups.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
So we have Mendoza and the backups. Like that Simpson kid.
Yeah. I don't hate Ty Simpson at all.
I don't hate him, but I just don't.
I like him better than Mendoza.
Is he worth a early first round pick? I really don't think so.
No.
He's a little inaccurate with the ball, and he has injury issues, so that's a problem. Fernando Mendoza, though, I don't think is a first rounder. I didn't think Shador was a first rounder either.
So
I'm still calling Pagano, University of Connecticut quarterback.
mhm.
Yeah, I
One
saw
of the
him.
sneak steals this draft.
Again, not on anybody's radar.
So
I know, and that's what I'm excited for.
Ty Simpson was a backup for 4 years before he this is his only season. That's the knockoff. So he doesn't have injury. He just was a backup for 4 years. And when he finally got to play, he played pretty well, with the new eligibility rules. But again, like you've been in college for 5 years. I think that's a good cutoff point because with all these players going back there, you have players who are now 24 or 25. Carson Beck was apparently, I found this out, 7 years in college.
Lucky bastard.
So he's entering the league like with so many games.
I'll take that.
And with the NIL paying these guys now, it's like, does it make sense for me to enter the NFL draft if I'm not going to be making as much money as I would in college?
Don't make me leave college.
That's exactly it.
They kicked me out of our fraternity house.
Their bank account. They pad the bank account for a couple of years. Then they go to the NFL. So no matter what happens, they have that padded bank account, right?
I know, because basically two quarterbacks who would have been before Mendoza is the Oregon quarterback. If NIL was not there, he would jump for the money. And I know he's young. I know he has not played a lot of games. And the Ole Miss quarterback who's asking for a 6 year of eligibility. I don't know if he got it yet, but he would have been the number one quarterback. And there's a lot of and I was having this conversation. I forgot with you, but I said the NFL has to really figure this out because players can be like, hey, I can play college 6-7 years, and you know what? I'm not gonna hurt my body in the NFL. I made enough money. I can retire at 25.
Smart. I love it. I love it.
The NFL has an issue moving forward because in the next 5 years, NIL it will be more powerful than ever before. Caleb Williams was the first player who was a first round pick who had money in his bank account.
Not the only one,
but he was the first one.
Oh, okay.
And if you look at it, like there's always a junior or like sometimes a sophomore coming out, you know, to enter the NFL draft. Like I highly doubt we're going to see so many moving forward.
I hope
unless they stand to make more money in the NFL than they do the NIL.
Isn't there a rule now they have to be a junior?
It's always been that way.
It's always been.
So basically,
Well,
in
you
college,
have to be 20 to enter the NFL.
Yeah, I was gonna
draft.
say you should be able to do it whenever you want. But I get that, like, I
well, the,
understand.
the NFL made that rule long time ago.
Yeah.
That's the difference between the NBA and the NFL. 18-year-olds can go play in the NBA. If an 18-year-old out of college or out of high school tried to walk and start on an NFL squad, more than likely he's going to get obliterated and hurt for the rest of his life because they need those 2 years in college weight rooms and fitness programs.
Can't you be like 16 and play soccer though?
Yes, actually, you can be even younger. Freddie
You
could do it at pro at the age of 14.
Why is America gotta be like that? Like, bro, just
It's
let
not
somebody come
hockey or
out
a
whenever
physical
the
sport.
hell they want.
So I could
So
tell you
stupid.
why. I could tell you why
The
soccer
hell?
players turn pro very young. A long time ago, before our time, because I'm the grandpa, there was a great Brazilian player who was 15 years old, and he started that young, dominating the great Brazilians of the time. And then at the age of 17, was on the World Cup and dominated. And so countries, when a lot of people don't know this, countries saw what Brazil was doing and said, we got to do what they're doing. They discovered this wonder kid, and boom. And so since then, soccer operates in a thing called the academy system, meaning when you're in middle school and you're really good, while by school, you go to academy. And all you do is train until you're good enough. And then when you're 16, a giant international club will give you $100 million. That's how they do it.
Freddie should have
It's
gone
nice.
international.
That's nice.
That's Freddie Adu's signature, the guy who went pro at the age of 15.
That's cool.
Nice.
I went to tryouts with him.
Well, we all remember. Do we remember Maurice Claret?
Yes, I remember.
Running back?
Ohio State running back who tried to enter the NFL draft. I think he was 19. And he tried entering the NFL draft, tried every way he could to get in the NFL draft. The NFL was like, you ain't old enough, dude. And then he even foregoed his college eligibility.
He was the young Sheldon of this shit, and they tried to hold him down. Do you see what I'm talking about?
And when he actually stepped foot on an NFL field, it was like it was gone.
Awful. He was awful.
The magic was gone. He was
and if you thought that was over, and you thought what's his name, the Alden Smith did with the Niners, Claret was way worse. Well, what happened to him, and now I don't know if he's still in or out, but he basically threw everything away just to get in the NFL to learn that he was garbage and he was a bad person.
I can't believe that if someone was giving me millions of dollars to stay in college, that I'd still be there today. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's better than that? Getting paid to go to college instead of having to pay to go to college?
So technically, they're technically employees of the school, so they have to register as employees at the school. That's how so technically they're student athletes, so because they still got to graduate, but now the school saying while they're attending school, we're hiring them, and so they're making a salary, very little, but because
I'm old enough to remember at CCU we didn't get free meals. I walked on to CCU football before they changed the rules at NCAA that athletes got an unlimited meal service. You know how fucking hard it was? Put on fucking weight.
What's up, Bebop? Yeah.
Holy cow. It did not seem like it was that long ago. The dude is 42 years old now.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm getting old.
It's a young man. Just a baby.
Yeah. Larry Fitzgerald, I think, was like the youngest player because he was in Pittsburgh. So he was like 17 when he entered college. His sophomore year was 18, and then his junior year was 19. So, yeah. And so during his rookie season in Arizona, he turned 21. So technically, I think he's like the only young player that's ever played before the age of 21.
It's impressive. There's a 20-year-old in the draft. I'm looking at. It's a secret.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay, so he is now a motivational speaker.
I was a bad person. Now I want to change kids' lives. Don't
I
be
used to
like-
be a piece of shit, but now, no, that's from a sitcom. Don't take that too seriously.
If you can't be the example, be the lesson they learn from.
Trigger
Also,
warning.
Also,
trigger
I remember
warning.
when what's that quarterback in 2006? Terrell Pryor. Everyone was calling him the next big thing as a freshman, and then he enters the league and he had to become a wide receiver because he was god awful at quarterback.
Yeah.
It's a sad
tough.
reality.
It's like 20 people can be a quarterback in the NFL.
Like the recent player who had a quality career, I played in Georgia Tech. I forgot. I think his last name was like something Logan. He was a quarterback in Georgia Tech, and then he had like 10 seasons as a tight end, I think with the Commanders and some other team. So some players just, play college quarterback differently. And then when they enter the NFL, they realize, yep, what I was doing doesn't work in the NFL.
Yeah.
Dang, Maurice Claret.
Why only
in college
2%
had a big
make it?
play. He chased down Sean Taylor and stole back an interception from him.
Wow, that's impressive. That's
Anyway.
a fast DB.
That is.
Hmm.
But yeah, the NFL draft's coming up, guys. I mean, like position wise, what are we looking at here? Like, I've done some
Everything.
research. I look at the quarterbacks like you have one and then the backups. And I'm not even saying Mendoza's going to be great because Curtis Rourke started in front of him the year before, so he could be good, but I don't know if he's going to be great. I can't say that.
He's going to the Raiders. Let's not forget.
He's got good numbers across the board in categories, but there's other numbers like like he leads the entire class in quarterback owned pressures. And honestly, this entire class, the quarterback owned pressures is way higher than last year for the entire class. Mendoza came in at 24.8% on quarterback owned pressures, but at the same time, he's one of the best guys against blitz and pressure in the class as well. So it's
if you remember in 2024, he got sacked like 40 times, and this year he really cut that down for starters. So they told him you can't get sacked too much, and he fixed the problem.
Well, because he was on Cal. A lot of people don't know that because I'm a Cal fan. And a lot of people who are in Cal is like,
Jared Goff, let's go Goff.
You put him right in front of a good offensive line, and you saw what he can do.
I think I saw California's both their left tackle and right tackle are like leading the league in penalties this year. Cal had some issues this year.
Oh, don't get me started. They should have beaten Virginia Tech. I don't know what Wilcox was doing. Don't get me started.
Oh, I'm sorry. UCLA is not Cal.
Do you guys let me see here. Who do you guys like then besides Mendoza as quarterbacks? I'll tell you real quick who I like. I do like Ty Simpson, but he's obviously has issues. Mateer and Drew Aller. Like beyond that, like I don't know. I don't know about after that. Maybe Chambliss, but that's about it. Oh,
which we still don't know if he's really going to be there or not.
Right, because he doesn't really want to be in the NFL yet. And then Taylon Green, with all the turnovers Taylon Green has, I still like him a lot. And I like Haynes King as well. So
yeah, the Georgia Tech guy.
Bebop's excited for the offseason, guys.
The
combine. When is the combine, Levi?
Combine starts, what is it, 28th, I think? I'm going 29th Friday. So
20, I thought it was the 23rd. I'm all excited.
Well, that's when they started arriving and doing interviews, but
okay.
The on-field workouts aren't.
I thought I was going to have to wait longer.
Hey, Levi.
Here.
Levi, post videos on your time out there like I did when I went to the Super Bowl thing.
Oh, I'm planning. I got a brand new Galaxy S25 Ultra for it.
Do you have one
my
of those
PC is arriving tomorrow, I think.
Do you have one of those long sticks that show you from like a POV?
I have one that has the AI auto balancer as well into it and everything. So face tracking, and I'm going to go buy one of the microphones soon as well.
I think the Niners have to go left guard first, you guys. And I know that's not what anybody wants to do, but we can get a good
I
one.
think,
By the way,
I think
Kenny,
Steve-
Thursday is
Steve-
when on-field drills start for linemen and linebackers.
Okay,
So
thank
Thursday is where it really starts.
So a week and a day. I can't wait.
So Bebop, let me ask you a question. Is this your free agency, what you want us to go after, or is this in the draft? Now,
No free agents.
this could be free agency because, like, let's face it, Leonard Baum, that's a free agent.
Oh, we're not going to let him hit free agency.
They're not gonna-
He is going to get franchise tagged at worst
Yeah,
case.
you don't let a lineman like that go.
He's a
Doesn't make
generational
sense.
lineman, and he's going to
Crazy.
reset the center market.
Never
Sadly.
happen.
It's probably like
Never
20 mil
happened.
a year minimum.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's too much. I'm just saying he's worth it. I'm just saying you're not going to let any lineman like that go. Free agency, there's no answers in free agency.
And with like the Ravens already having other interior line issues, there's no way.
How long have we been
Even though
trying
there
to
are some really
patch
good
these
centers in this
together?
draft.
We need to stop giving draft picks away in seasons that we're not competitive in the Super Bowl so that we can have picks to rebuild our team cheaply with young, hungry studs, not old farts from free agency that cost too much money. That we're bidding on something that everybody's bidding on, bro. This is not how it works. You got to do it internally.
Okay, Kenny, you're gonna hear my theory here, right?
Okay.
You know how Kyle does with rookies on the offensive side of the ball.
You got to go too.
Now,
Not
that
this
being
year,
said, why waste draft picks on offensive players?
Future success.
I'm just saying, we have Kyle. Why waste draft picks on offensive
I
wide
know.
receiver and running back? Throw them out. Throw them
We're
out.
gonna-
Get them all off the board.
Man, we don't have a lot
Okay.
of picks. We
They
can't
don't
take
even
wide
need to
receiver.
be on the board. They're not going to play. We're not going to see them. Don't have them on the board at all.
Man, with the few
Um,
picks we have, we cannot include running back in that. And I don't even think I can get undrafted wide receivers in this draft. I'm sorry. I think I can do it.
Honestly,
That's how
running
long
back,
we can
I'm not
wait.
worried. Look, we have Christian McCaffrey. We have Jordan James, or I should say
have-
Isaac Guerrero because he's been here the longest.
1 year
And
old or
Jordan
CMC.
James. We have those three guys. I would be happy going into the season with those three guys.
Here's the problem. Remember, we talked about this, David. We averaged 3.8 yards per carry last year, and we usually average 4.6. We were pure shit. We had no running game. B-Rob averaged 4.3 yards per carry. And I think that was 0.3 more than a CMC, and he had barely any carries. If you had given him just half of CMC's carries, we would have done better rushing the ball, for example. CMC might be our
that's
new
true,
slot
but
receiver.
It also comes down to our offensive line wasn't blocking worth it.
And that's why we need
Either
offensive
way,
line so
running the
badly.
ball, passing the ball, our offensive line was like, dude, where are they? Pooney started the year with a knee injury
That
that
didn't
if
help.
they just would have sat him out, would have healed up in 3 weeks, but he played with it.
Yeah.
So it lingered for most of the season. Brindell just sucks. He actually came in and started looking like he was blocking when after he saw Hennessy. He's like, "Oh, that guy could take my job." So he came in to try, but he still sucks. Burford, he put forth some effort, but against a good defensive line, those guys didn't hold up.
Yeah, he's
You know,
gone.
McKivitz, we all know McKivitz has problems with speed rushers. It's in the scouting. The other team knows if we put our speed rusher over there, he's going to get pressure. They know that now.
Which is a huge issue
So-
because, that's how you sack a quarterback. And that's the
And
reasons
Trent
that we
Williams
lose
is-
games.
Trent Williams, he was around when who was queen of Egypt back in the day? Cleopatra. That's right.
Cleo.
So, he was around when the Mayans were still kicking it, right? Like,
Damn.
I mean, but at this point, it's like you got to do something about that. Like, Shanahan, do you have eyes, dude? Like, the last several years, your Super Bowl losses, it's because the offensive line sucks. Do you have eyes? Do you realize you need to do something about that?
That's why Brock was hurt twice. That's why we don't have 2 more Super Bowls, because we don't invest in our offensive line.
Pass rush
that's
wins championships.
Now Shanahan, I just hit the hydraulic thing on my chair. My bad.
That
But
was-
Shanahan, I know you just saw me. But Shanahan, if it's a first round pick, he will play a first round pick. So are they going to go offensive line with the first round pick? History
no.
says hell no.
No, hell no.
History says hell no.
Hell to the no.
History says we have no idea what they're going to do with the first round pick. With
Oh,
our
no, he
first
said
pick
take a
in
wide
the draft,
receiver.
when it wasn't a
Take a
first
wide
round pick, when we didn't have one, they took a defensive lineman. They've taken enough defensive linemen where you can say, well, historically, they're going to take a defensive. You can say that, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. They've also took 2 wide receivers with the first round picks. They took an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
a
I think you
quarterback
nailed
that,
it. I think you're already
you know.
right. David, you already said they're going to take a wide receiver in the first round. I think you're right.
I've said it. And it's like, I would 100%. Uh-oh. Okay, my hydraulics are back, folks. but I said that, just because it's what the 49ers do. They're not, we don't need offensive line. We need offensive line. So it's like that guard from Penn State at pick 27, I would be happy.
Yeah.
I would be happy.
At 27, yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to
You
get
know.
taken by the Chargers probably at 22.
Or the
Yeah.
Cowboys, because the Cowboys invest heavily in the offensive line.
Yeah.
They have.
Or Emmanuel Pregnon. He going to be gone too.
Big chance he might not get past the Ravens either.
Oh, Lomu will be gone, which I'm really mad about because he's like a we do a zone, like he's like
If you can get
zone
either
rush
of the
guy.
guys from Iowa, the center or the guard in this draft, I mean, they're going to be steals late in this draft.
I also really like Monroe Freeling a lot. I don't think everybody's
Yes.
there yet. Okay.
Yes.
Not everybody's there yet.
I know.
Not everyone's there.
Yeah,
I've got him on my draft out of here.
Hell yeah. He's he's in tier 1 for me.
basically
Either
lot
way,
of-
go ahead.
a lot
Go
of
ahead,
players
Jonathan.
entering the draft are going to be more developmental than like immediate like impact players, because again, the best players who should be entering the draft are like, I want to chase the national championship. I want to go to the college football playoffs. I want to make that extra money. And there was a age of the players that are in Indiana. The average age in Indiana was 23.7 years old, meaning that they had players older than 24 playing.
Wow. Yeah.
That says a lot about where the sport is going. And so you're no longer going to be at the days of college when I was a kid, where you had like these great high, like praise entering who are going to dominate, and like these community college players, entering. It's not that anymore. Now it's basically you enter the
Why
draft.
spend time recruiting and developing them when you're going to lose them in 2 years when they actually get to start?
Yeah, that guy's probably going to be given a nice little bidding war on him too.
Oh, shout out my boy from Pennsylvania. His son officially signed with Middleburg, which is known to be an offensive lineman transfer place. Basically, they
Awesome.
raise him up there and then they transfer to D1 generally. So super excited for him.
Super awesome. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch all his games now.
Very nice.
I made his dad a promise. I said, if your son goes to college and he starts, I'll look up every fucking matchup on his, like, who he's going to play every week for the entire fucking year. And I will deliver you a personal scouting report for your son.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Thankfully, he's going to redshirt the first year, though. So I get a break for 1 year. You're about.
Yeah. I didn't, and also I didn't.
I'm looking at this guy Bebop's liking. I mean, my only knock on him is he's 32 years old. How long is he going to be around? But it's like, but then again, it's our best chance to get a guy that's actually going to start on the offensive line.
There's some good later offensive linemen. So we just have to be good at picking them and getting them at the right spot. But as far as the first pick, I think everyone is probably going to agree it's either an edge or a wide receiver. And right now, when we pick, there might be better talent at wide receiver than defensive end. And so that may be what decides it. And it's not like I don't like the guys that are there. I just don't think a wide receiver at first pick is going to solve our problems. I don't believe that.
Well, it won't. It won't. And a first round wide receiver would play, right? Because he's a first.
We
round
hope.
Pick. That's how Shanahan works.
Yeah.
Anyone
Kenny, if the kid from Washington was there, what's his name? Boston?
Daryl Boston? I keep saying Daryl. Denzel Boston.
Yes, sir.
Not Daryl
Did you take him?
Boston.
Bottom of the first?
Well, he is definitely top 5, I think.
I have a weird feeling he might be one of the best in this draft. Like out of all those first round wide receivers, Tatum, and
okay,
I think he might be the best.
Here's what I'll tell you. I have Lemon, Tyson, Tate in tier 1. I have Denzel Boston as the first guy in tier 2. But it's so early. Like I'm not in that deep yet. But for me, out of the top 3 that most people have, Lemon, Tyson, Tate, I really like Lemon. And I'm not intimidated with his size because he plays bigger. He's like a Debo type when Debo is at his peak. Now, I don't know if that's what we're going to get in the NFL, but that's what he's kind of looking like a little bit.
Well, there's 2 things. USC players are really good in college, but they very rare become like what you expect.
They've been pumping out some good wide receivers.
That
right?
is true. Look
Yeah,
at the wide receiver Atlanta drafted a few years ago. I think London. Great in college. I'm not saying he's awful.
To be fair, he has no great quarterback.
That is true. Also, so you're right.
Yeah, but he is inconsistent, like John Jay says a little bit. Like even when he is healthy.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of guys like that. Like for example,
I'm saying Boston because he's the number 1 guy in man. Out of all man beaters, he is the number 1, and I trust guys that can beat a guy one-on-one.
Do you think Denzel Boston is explosive or fast?
Now that I'll have to wait to see him at the combine.
Okay,
and have to see his numbers.
We almost have more information. This is incredible.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm with you on that. By the way, I got a guy for you, quarterback, kid from Memphis. He's unranked right now. But
shout him out. I might have him on my list.
His last name, all I have is his last name. His last name's Lewis. From Memphis. He faced some of the most pressure out of all quarterbacks in this draft. But just like Dan Jones, there's a stat, adjusted completion. Nobody had more drops than him. So I got to watch him, watch how he throws. Is it him throwing the bad balls? But I got this gut feeling like I'm hoping he'll throw at the combine.
The problem with who a lot of people like right now, a lot of the Niner fans like right now is Casey Concepcion, aka Casey Recepcion.
Oh no.
He has the dropsies, bro. I don't like that guy at all. And that
I'm with you on that pass, hard pass.
That would be insane, but we got people going hard at this, and I don't watch those other shows anymore, so I don't know who's pushing this crazy shit. If it's Grant or Larry or I don't know. I don't know because I don't watch. So I have no fucking clue.
Bebop, read his comment. Now, Bebop, this is Lynch's last year under contract.
He should be gone after this year.
So it's like he needs to do something. And the players he drafted from last year need to show something. The players from the year before, like, now he needs to holler at Kyle and be like, bro, play those wide receivers. You know, he does. He needs to tell Kyle, like, we need to see what we have.
Yeah.
But
do something.
I mean, you know, like Connor Kobe, right? That what was he, the 250 something pick, right?
He was like 7th
actually,
pick.
When he came in, when Ben Barch got hurt, and Burford was already hurt, he came in and he actually looked good until he sustained a leg injury.
He really did look good. He actually impressed. He really was. Like, if you have to overall judge his performance in the short time that he played, you would say, I would think it was above average. That's what I thought. So that's something we could work with.
And we signed now, the name is escaping me now, but we signed a assistant offensive line coach.
Future head coach.
The
Now,
Northern Illinois
Chris
University guy.
Forster, like Chris Forster, that guy is in the boat with Brendel. He has those photos of Shanahan doing things with hamsters and whatever, right?
You mean protector of the year candidate, Jake Brendel?
Protector of the pictures that Shanahan doesn't want to get on the internet. But it's like, Chris Forster's been here the whole time. It's like, what have you done? You had Aaron Banks. Okay, he had a good second season. He couldn't crack the starting five. He was a second round pick.
Man, we need
starting five.
We need violence on the O-line.
And he did good. He did really good that second year. The third and fourth years is kind of a little bit of like average. He really likes Jake Brendel. This is my problem: is push the guy. Push the guy to actually do something. He's calling horrible blocks. He calls it on the line, and he does not do a good job because constantly, how many pressures does the other team get? So he's obviously calling the wrong, making the wrong call is what I'm saying. Like he's up there going, all right, like this is what we're doing, and then all the offensive linemen are like, okay, Pooney, he played with that banged up knee pretty much most of the year. Started looking good towards the end when it healed. So I honestly look at Pooney like that. That's a good guard right there. We have Trent Williams, been around since the Mayans, been kicking it. And who's these other guys? We for some reason extended McKivitz. Well, I mean, right tackle, if you look at all the right tackles in the NFL, how many really good right tackles are there? There's a few, right?
There's not many great linemen at all.
There's not a plethora of really good right tackles. Really good tackles are on the left side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, McKivitz's average has problems with speed rushers, right? There it is.
There you go.
So, and last year I had a plan. I was like, let's get a right tackle. Let's get a right tackle and move McKivitz into guard.
I would love that.
He's not dealing with the speed rushers anymore. He's dealing with the interior guys. He can do that.
He should go to right guard. Pooney should go to left guard. Trent needs a good swing tackle / replacement over there in the wings, waiting to take over left tackle. And we need to get a right tackle to replace Glinchy this draft.
Glinchy?
Your time's up, buddy.
I'm laughing because McGlinchey hasn't been on the squad for a few years. You're thinking McKivitz, though.
I'm sorry, McGlinchey. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's because now you made me miss him because
honestly, bro, it looks like the same guy if you watch plays, though. They look like the same guy.
To be fair, I did call Peyton Manning Eli Manning, so give me, that's just what I do. I do that all the time.
I wasn't telling anybody.
I did say Daryl Boston instead of Denzel Boston. I'm like 40 years ago in a baseball roster right now. Like that's where my brain is all effed up. Too old. There's just a little man running around in my head looking at records. He's like, I don't know. You're going too fast.
So we're talking offensive line. We have some news. They retained Anthony Pleasance for another year.
Could be good.
I mean, he's an okay backup.
He was for a little while.
Re-signed Brock Purdy's roommate, Nick Zakel, for another season.
Of course, we have to.
I mean,
the missing piece of the practice squad.
These are backups, and the way I was looking at it is let everybody walk and just draft a bunch of people because they ain't gonna let them play anyway.
But dude, we gave up stupid picks last year for things that we didn't need. And I know Brian Robinson is one of those things, and I do like him. But I'm just saying, we didn't need to do that shit last year. We just weren't.
Hey, we like the Sky Moore thing. That's next year's 7th rounder.
Yeah. That's fine. But we do have to re-sign it if we want him.
I mean, we traded Keon White. We're going to have him next year. and he's a decent pass rusher. You put a guy like Bosa next to him, who's eating a lot of attention from the offensive, all the blockers. He's going to be more effective.
Are we going to be moving Mike Hill to the inside in that situation?
That's when the pass rush is going on. That's what we were doing this year.
But we need to be able to blitz the damn quarterback on third down.
Well, in 8 games, he only had. I think it was 8 games he played. I have to look, but it's like 7. It's like I think he played half the season ish, but he had 14 pressures and a sack. So it's not like he wasn't doing nothing, But the guy that would come in and pass rush on the outside was Bryce Huff, who could be a cap casualty.
Oh, man. I think he was a rental.
Well, we have him under contract next year. Decisions need to be made. Those decisions will be coming up before March 11th.
So and was the option to be able to let him go with no penalty, or like what's going on?
I haven't.
I can't look it up. Yeah, I would look it up, but I can't look it up. I'm sorry.
Like I haven't looked at what we would save. I mean, Philadelphia were the morons who signed him. Well, I'm saying the contract they gave him, they were kind of dumb with that. Oh, we're not going to pay Hassan Reddick. We'll get this guy. Well, Hassan Reddick was your guy in the system. Josh Sweat went to Arizona on a big contract. He was very productive, though.
Yeah, and then his coach left. It's messed up. Well, didn't leave. He got fired. He
signed a 3-year, $51 million contract, $34 million guaranteed. It was March of 2024. So 2024, 2025, this is the last year of his deal. As part of the trade, the Eagles paid $9.05 million, while the Niners took on $7.95 million of his salary. Huh.
I guess he earned his money last year.
I mean, that's not bad. But it's like this. Dead cap.
Ouch.
Hit. This is what we're going to look at. So, our cap hit would be $5.39 million. Carries a significant $16.6 million dead cap charge for the Philadelphia Eagles next year. The Eagles are taking 16.6 in dead money.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Good for them. Thanks, Eagles.
So our cap hit would be $5.39 million. Wow.
I don't think he's going to be going anywhere.
Dude, do you seriously think they're going to cut him to save $5 million?
No.
I think he's worth $5 million.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what it would be to cut him. Yeah, I don't think they'll cut him. I think they like him. Unless we're sending him to Saleh for a pick or two, then I'll do it. I don't think that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I want picks.
JJ.
We need more picks. How do we get more picks? That's our project. We need to get more picks. That's what we need to do.
So that's something like Bebop. Are the Minnesota Vikings willing to trade him? I heard they're willing to trade Addison, but Addison has off the field issues. We are not interested in guys like that.
I like Addison, but I don't want him to come to the Niners.
Well, the Niners don't take those players.
Yeah, if
we
that's
don't
the
take guys with off the field issues. We don't.
That's right. He did miss time. That's right. I just didn't remember why.
Tommy, what's cracking, buddy?
Damn.
Thomas.
Especially
goofball is a compliment in my country.
In his country.
What country?
The country of the United States. Up here we call it Cloud City, but a little darker than that. I hang out here with Lando Calrissian. We just chill here all day. Lava lamp, fireplace, Lava lamp, fireplace, blunts. That's what we do all day. That's it. It's not a PG
Yeah,
show.
yeah, look, the camel with two humps. That's right. That's Tommy. He's not the
Camels with
goat,
two
he's the camel with two humps.
That's
That
gotta
was
be
like
the
F,
Romans
wasn't that
must
years
Romans
ago,
must have seen that
Tommy?
animal.
Wasn't that like years ago you said that? Like you just kept it going. But so the underwear Olympics. Let's talk more about the combine. Let's talk more about that.
Yeah.
Never
Hey,
gets old.
27 tight end prospects are going to the combine. Is that insane?
27?
Yeah. That's what I heard, man. That's gonna be insane. I can't wait.
Wow.
I'm pumped. It's like
Tight
it's
ends.
I was gonna say it's like Christmas, but
what?
it's draft miss. It's draft miss.
I mean,
that's what it is.
Think about this. The last couple of years, a lot of teams have started flowing more tight ends into the game plan.
Yeah,
Look
finally.
at the Rams
People all
and the Seahawks, they both did it.
we've wanted three
You know,
tight
that's
ends
just
for
an
a
example.
long time.
Well,
We just can't find the other two. That's
Well,
the
the
problem.
tight ends, like a lot of people forget that years ago, the tight end was basically an extra offensive line player. And then over time, they started to develop them in college as pass catchers. And now you're seeing how college every decade changes the NFL, because I think me and Papa J were having this conversation at a different YouTube channel, that the reason why we don't see a lot more under center quarterbacks and like that bunch formation is because more quarterbacks are doing shotgun in college, and
Jackson
they don't
Dart.
know how to go
Jackson
under
Dart.
center. And I saw a wonderful YouTube video from some guy who all he does is film study. He says that the hash marks, and I said this for a different thing years ago on a 49er channel, but the hash marks in college are more wider than the NFL. And so when rookies enter the NFL, they are very like intimidated because they have a very small window of where they can move around. And also offensive line players in college are allowed to go 4 yards down the field versus in the NFL, I think, which is only 2.5 yards. So that's why a lot of quarterbacks and offensive line players, when they're very, very young, don't understand that hash very well, because in college, the field goal posts are much wider and taller. In the NFL, they're more narrow because of the hash marks.
Hey, John Jay, is the ball any different sized, college or NFL?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. So
Yeah.
that affects the quarterback and wide receivers.
Yeah.
If you don't have big hands and you're a wide receiver, it's going to be hard to catch the ball.
I know that's why they measure your hands, because the college football that is it's basically like a bigger high school version of the football, and the NFL is exactly a foot long, and that's why we want to measure your hands because we want to know if you can hold the ball.
2 hands on that one.
Well, you know what they say about people that have big hands? They can really grip the balls, right?
Are you making fun of our president? I hope not, David, because they're watching.
I just looked at the combine schedule. So it says it starts February 23rd. On the field workouts start on the 26th.
Darn it to heck. Schoolwork for 3 days. Super.
319 players.
That's awesome, man. I have to make a top 300. Gosh darn it to heck.
Levi is going to be all over the place.
Levi had never had a harder combine.
I will have on-field access on Friday, and then I'll be in the stands on Saturday.
Levi, let me ask you this. Has your combine ever been this hard?
I mean, it's all about the same, honestly. Like,
okay, all right. I thought,
So
nah, I pull up Amazon Web Stats before, which is the best way to get information before the combine.
You ask Alexa?
Amazon Web Stats has everything from their hand measurements to like every single little detail. Start there, build your rosters. You're prepared when drills start. 40-yard dashes are fun and all, but it's not even worth watching. The only thing that is worth watching at the combine
Shuttle.
is the specific drills for each position.
Yeah.
I need to
turnaround,
see
10
if you can
yards,
come
pass.
out of that back pedal at max speed or in a competitive speed similar to D1 guys and flip your hips with little to no fucking stiffness, basically. I need to make sure that you can plant that foot and fucking drive through. Like one of the big things for me last year is listen to the fucking coaches coaching the players. So let me give you an example. The running backs last year. Every running back runs their flat route out of the backfield different depending on what college they come from. Every single system runs it a little bit differently. But the coach for the drill is going to tell you what the fuck he wants. And last year, so many halfbacks just ignoring the coaches, doing what they wanted to do. And the ones who listened ended up being pretty damn good late picks, like for their teams. There was only about 3 of them.
You know who listens to their coach? Shador Sanders.
And, I was sitting there thinking about this the other day, talking about my undrafted gems. Keaton Mitchell, Tyson Bagent, Jalen Redmond, Jalen Coker, like all of them. I mean, Bagent was a 7th-round pick, but, or no, was undrafted. I can't even remember. But you can find these guys just by body language. Watch them.
Man.
Like guys that want it. Like a couple years ago, we watched Braden Fisk and the guy from the Seahawks, Byron Murphy Jr. It was so fucking clear if you watch the combine, there were no other defensive linemen even close to their caliber. Not
you
even
can
fucking close.
It doesn't. You don't even need a trained eye to see it. Like you can
Exactly.
See it.
Like you should be able to just see it.
That's pretty much how I separate the tiers when I do watch the film. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, it's more about the pro day than the combine.
Nah, fuck that. Pro day, you're too comfortable. You get to warm up exactly how you want to. You're on your field with your friends, with your coaches. Fuck that. That's comforting. I want you out of your element and show me with other people that you can compete and listen and adapt quickly.
You don't like the entourage day?
I don't watch pro days. I don't fucking watch. The pro days are pointless. Absolutely pointless. I've never watched a pro day.
So,
I have nothing
never.
else to do. I'm gonna watch it. I got nothing else to do.
So I would say
pro days are for running better 40s for quarterbacks to look pretty.
I would say this about the pro day, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, Levi. This is the perspective that I would say that the pro days have changed because now they hire these scouts or whatever the NFL does to run it. Because one year,
Chaperones.
Trevor Lawrence, everybody wanted to see, and Carson Palmer's younger brother and a group. And of course, they brought a wide receiver from a Division II school and all that stuff to work with him. What a lot of people were asking, this is not something that we see in these pro days because what you said, these players are too comfortable, and so by putting them outside,
like they've practiced that 50 throw choreographed routine since the combine. And some of them don't throw at the combine because they've been working on that. Like they've thrown that exact 50 throw routine for months now to make it look good. Trevor Lawrence is a great example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like pro days are for getting extra interviews with the players. That's what it's really about. A more personalized interview. At the combine, you've got 15 to 30 minutes max with each of these players. And then they got to get in and get to the next team. Like,
you know what I do? I like to watch everything, Levi, is what I will say. And what I did notice last year I noticed that I didn't like Restrepo from Miami because of the pro day. Like it was just something about
he just didn't show at the combine. He didn't.
The way, I just didn't like I felt like he had like this weird attitude, and he rubbed me the wrong way. And then he was
I could see that.
Gone. Mm-hmm. I didn't like him anymore.
Understandable.
But yeah, no, I know. It's just like a fun day. You bring your entourage, and you have all the people you've been catching passes from all summer and shit, and it's fun. Yeah. It's more fun day. Mm-hmm. I think it's just a light day, right? To start the combine.
The pro days, only pro days I'm for are the ones who don't get invited to the combine. Like some of these smaller cool colleges will pull together, players draft eligible players from several smaller colleges, and they will all come together for. I forgot which schools did it last year, but last year there was like 5 schools that came together, and they all had their pro day together because
Come together.
only 300 get to go to the combine.
I know, and I don't know if you guys do it in Baltimore, but recently the Niners have been inviting players to like run like a pro day at Levi's. Kind of like
Oh
that.
yeah, that's just individual workouts. Every
Yeah.
team gets a certain limited amount that they're allowed to schedule. You're allowed to schedule so many in-person workouts.
That's
like,
when we
it's
saw
scheduled
Teddy
in-
Buchanan. That's when we
Yeah.
met Teddy Buchanan.
Yeah.
Teddy Buchanan or whatever you said.
2 years ago, I created a Excel spreadsheet. I don't know if y'all remember this, where I tracked every visit, from in person to interview, whether it was at the combine, their pro day. I tracked for 7 teams every single visit. It was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cells long, but it did allow me to predict the undrafted rookie free agent class way more accurately.
That reminds me of college, and I will not do that. Because the Excel sheet that almost broke me in college. I'm not.
Oh,
doing
dude,
it.
I was so dead. I didn't do it the next year because I just couldn't. I was like, I can't do
It's
this. Yet.
so intimidating to me. The Excel spreadsheet.
Hey.
I'm sorry, it's just too much.
You got get on, kid. What's
There's
up,
too much
buddy?
fits on there.
Hey,
But
yeah.
Microsoft
Hey.
AI Copilot allows me to import that data easier now into Excel, so it's never been easier.
Are you
That's
still
nice.
down bad of your head coach? I'm sorry.
Man, to be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna watch football this year, bro. I ain't gonna cap, man. I don't know if I even want to do football this year.
Bro, I hear they're taking Ty Simpson. I would be pissed too.
If they take Type Simpson, I'm getting the fuck out the fan base, bro. I can't take much
Yeah,
more of this shit,
I always
bro.
tell people you're welcome here, but the Browns need fans.
I might as well pull an RJ at this point, bro. The stupidity of the fucking Steelers is just beyond
Or
ridiculous,
you
man.
can join your former brother in the Bears fight.
I mean, how's Will Howard been looking? I know he injured his wrist, but
Yeah, that motherfucker bust, man. I might as well. We might as well just train him for fucking ransom at this point.
Howard, definitely, a mid guy for sure.
yeah, but I mean, for the value they got him.
Yeah,
He has
he could. I
potential.
mean, he in like 3 years he could be doing something. We'll see.
Remember, if you're desperate for the quarterback, we have Mac Jones.
Nah, I'm
Mac
good, bro.
Mac Daddy Jones.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want no Mac Jones.
No, I
Get you
think
some
that
Tua, Kyle Murray.
So,
I don't want
It-
Kyler Murray.
it would be
Ew.
smart for the Jets to take.
The
Smart
Jets
for
are
the
gonna
Jets
pick
to
him
go.
up.
Yeah.
It's the Jets. They're gonna do some dumb shit and like
Yeah,
trade
they
for
are.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because they like that guy. That's the kind of guy they like for some reason. Even their backup is that guy.
Would you ever reconsider taking back Justin Fields?
Dude, I will.
Oh man.
I will be on suicide watch if you get Justin Fields back, bro. I will cry. Oh my god! Only the Steelers, bro. Only the Steelers. Nobody but the Steelers.
I don't think we will be
Yeah.
able to imagine the things that we're going to see come the beginning of the season with some of these teams. I promise you that much. Some shit's
I
going to
know. A
blow
lot
us
of
away.
teams still have to shed a lot of cap casualties.
So
Yeah.
kid, are you saying that you're going to be worse than the Browns this year?
Nah, I don't think so.
Not that
No.
bad.
Not
That's
that-
a low
not that
bar.
shit.
That's a low bar.
That's messed up.
We're not.
I wouldn't
the
even
Browns.
make that joke.
If anything happens to TJ Watt, that team's probably fucked.
It's been fun. Dude.
I mean-
Well, I mean, yeah.
He's very likely could get
Made it to the
hurt.
playoffs over us.
It's definitely possible.
I appreciate that, by the way. I really wanted that pick.
I'm still depressed, bro. I'm still depressed.
All right, so
What the fuck?
Fuck that. I'm watching
Levi-
sports outlets start to realize Charlie Kolar was the best tight end in our tight end room last year.
Levi, I noticed that and I kind of knew this. I hate to pat my own back, but I have to do it. Mike Green was pretty much not good, but you guys are sticking with him. You gave him a ton of snaps.
Yeah, he not a ton of snaps, but at the same time, he had to play more than we wanted to. Kyle Van Noy should have never been back on that roster. And now we know Harbaugh and his choice in defensive coordinators killed our edge rush. Literally, we traded Odafe Owe at the trade deadline, and between there and the playoffs, he put up 9.5 sacks
You
in Jesse
guys-
Mentor's system.
Do you believe
Which-
that you need? Do you believe that you need O-line, or are you going to do what I
Oh
think
yeah.
you're going to do?
Oh yeah. We need
I think-
O line. We
I
need
still
all the
think-
trenches. All the trenches. D line
I-
and O line.
Is it possible because I just have a feeling that you guys will take another Mike Green with your first pick.
We need
That's
a-
what I'm worried that you're going to do that.
Man, we
So
need-
I ain't worried.
okay, good because you needed that.
I would
guard.
love another edge rusher, but for me,
I
interior.
asked for that guard last year, though. You remember, I
Yeah.
asked you for that left guard last year. I wanted you guys to take that guard last year.
Which one?
No, any guard. Remember, I wanted you to go left.
Oh,
guard
I know. We took 3 offensive linemen, but Harbaugh's choice on the third one in the third round was an absolute bust. Never played really anything. One of the 7th round picks literally decided to go play for the Browns instead of coming back to us because they drafted him and cut him. So they wasted it, just like with the Caillou Blue Kelly pick that I fucking hated a couple years ago. Absolute waste of a draft pick. And that's what kills me. If you draft a player and then they don't even make your fucking initial roster or the practice squad, what the fuck were you doing?
It happens a lot.
And yeah, Bebop, Mark Andrews got a 3-year, $30 million contract extension.
Lamar
he basically got career money on his career worst year.
And they left.
I hate it. It's disgusting. And it's going to cause us to lose Isaiah Likely, possibly to the Chiefs or the Patriots because he's from New England.
Yeah. 100%.
And we're probably going to lose Charlie Kolar.
I don't know about the Kolar, but I think Likely's gone.
Likely's looking at least $10 million a year, and Kolar's looking for probably close as well.
$10 million.
Wow.
Hey,
So-
we got a bunch of tight ends we don't even use. So
Can you give us? Some?
Y'all made a
We've
dumb
never-
move
yeah,
bringing in
we
the
only-
Miami guy, like in that trade, Joanna
What?
Smith.
it's
No
Armand
fucking
Khan.
point.
He's a fucking moron, bro.
Exactly. You already had fucking Alex Highsmith, which injured, but he's got pretty good potential. And then you have the best blocking tight end probably in all of football.
Prior moves.
And I'm sorry, Darnell Washington.
Darnell Washington. Then we got
Right.
Pat Fryermuth, who's probably
Yeah.
our best tight end. But
And
And
we
exactly,
don't use him.
Fryermuth's got really good potential. Like you
I
had
didn't-
no reason to make that Joanna Smith trade.
No,
Like,
yeah, but that was an Adam Rodgers. I'm sorry, an Aaron Rodgers. That was an Aaron Rodgers decision, in my opinion. That's what I think.
Probably. I would love to see the Ravens next year transition away from. I want to see them spread them out. I think it's the most effective way to use Lamar, and I stop letting them load the box, spread their ass out, and let Henry get a one-on-one in space. It's
I mean, if you can imagine, I'm not getting much, track. No one's really with me on this, but I just think that the Raiders can get a much better player than Fernando Mendoza with their first pick.
oh, I think they should go the route of like fucking trade down and take a haul.
Yeah, they're not
how
doing
about
that shit,
trade
bro.
Twice. Trade twice.
Come on, they got Mendoza plus Raiders, bro. A Latino last name and a Raiders jersey. You think that's not
Yeah.
gonna sell?
Oh,
Yeah, and he's like, no
Yeah.
social media.
Okay,
It's just
to
like
be-
Tim
to
Tebow,
be-
but not hanging out with killers.
He's Latino, but he's not Mexican, so it's not perfect. And so I say,
No.
wait for
We
the
don't claim him.
I
We
say
don't claim
wait
him,
for the
bro.
perfect Mexican quarterback.
He's Cuban.
Yeah, he's Cuban. He
Man,
doesn't-
we don't claim him either way.
Yeah, no, the Raiders. I don't think the Raiders need to make that move. I don't even think he's a first rounder. Obviously, I'm going to get a lot of shit for that, but
So-
it is what it is.
Different.
There's a
question.
couple guys that agree with you on that, Kenny. I've seen a couple.
Mhm.
The
I don't
Jets will
see it.
draft him if the Raiders don't take him. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
will. Yeah, they will. And they just took Brady Cook, and it just it's
You
just-
know the Raiders are probably just going to get the Jets to switch picks. Like, what? Who got someone to do that a year ago? Switch 1 and 2, like a fucking
Yeah.
idiot.
that could easily happen.
They're the
I think
it
Jets. What
has.
do you expect?
I think it was the Jaguars and the Browns. I could be
Might
Well,
have
wrong.
been.
I don't know if they were back to back, but they were like a pick or two away. You're absolutely right. That's who it was. But yeah, and the same player. Oh man, I just thought the Jags didn't need to do that. To be honest with you, but I don't think that was necessary. But I guess we won't know.
Mhm.
Yo, Joe B, bro, you better get Fernando Mendoza, bro.
How about this guy Aguilar? Is he coming out, Levi? The quarterback?
I mean, I've got him on a couple of my notes,
Every
but
Latino quarterback turns out to be a boss, bro.
Actually, I think he's staying in school. Luke Altmaier, though. Do you like him?
he's crossed my numbers. But I'm not in
He's-
love with a lot of these quarterbacks.
That's
There's
my
way
guy-
too much inconsistency.
That's my last quarterback. I was just wondering. If
My
you-
guy Pagano, he might be my only guy, to be honest. But it
Him
all
I've
depends.
seen.
I still got to watch him throw.
Yeah, well, no, there's highlights and film and shit on him on the computer. I've seen it. I just haven't watched it. Fagnano, is that what you're talking about?
Joe Fagano.
Spicano?
UConn. Yep.
Yeah, UConn.
But see, the quarterback, I'm very interested. Just like last year, I know Kenny's not a big fan of. Like, I had Dylan Gabriel. My quarterback this year that I'm very curious on is the LSU quarterback.
Nussmeiser.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Nussmeier. I mean, he. Let's see.
Those are those
Okay.
quarterbacks who were like, they're not first round picks, but you could like see, like that they have something there.
Well, he could be like a. Do you think he could be like a Jared Goff? Is that what you're saying? I feel like for Nussmeier, it looks like, because I have watched a lot of his games, only highlights though. I don't have all the film, but what I've seen is like I feel like everything has to be perfect for him. He's going to need a great running back. He's going to need a great coach. He's going to need a great O-line. He's going to need a great defense.
Well, he didn't play the whole year,
and of course, don't we all need that? But I'm just saying, like I feel like he's not.
Oh, by the way, Kenny Aguilar. One thing I love about him, he's the number one play action quarterback in this class.
Yeah,
and you got to be able to do play action.
Yeah,
you do. Thank you. Play under center.
Bro, you're not.
Yeah, play action.
Yeah.
Bro, you're not getting Tyreek Hill. Shut the fuck up, Michael. God damn. Jesus.
You're talking to him.
Told me the Bears are gonna get Tyreek Hill.
Yo, he's going back to KC. That's why that's why Mahomes freed up $46 million today.
Pretty much, probably going back there, and they may draft Jeremiah Love with their first pick, so they'll have some offense.
Yeah, we might as well trade DK Metcalf at this point.
Well, how about, hi guys, who do you think is going to go second? Obviously, Mendoza's going to go first, even though it's crazy, but he's going to go first. Who's going to go second? David Bailey or Arvell Reese?
I don't know.
Arvell.
Everything. I mean, the Jets need everything.
Yeah, man. But I don't know. I
considered
like
generational.
Yeah, he is, and he's probably going to go second. I'm just saying. I know a lot of people like Bailey too.
Yeah.
I can see that. I'm just saying. I can see the Jets kind of making the wrong choice. Is what I'm getting at.
They need everything, bro. Like,
they should trade back too. Then they should trade back too if anybody's willing to give up that much stuff.
Like, I knew Aaron Glenn was not a smart choice for the Jets, but the Jets are the Jets. Like what YTC tells me, they're just a tax write-off for this.
It's a money laundering organization. It goes from the Jets to the Chiefs to the Vegas Raiders now. That's the new connection.
That's Woody Johnson for you, bro.
Not wrong.
0 interceptions the whole season. How is that fucking possible?
I know, and you were supposed to be this good defensive coordinating guru, and
that does look really bad.
But that says a lot about what Saleh did in a very bad situation.
Or at least Saleh won 4 games.
Like Saleh this year, like I don't know if anyone would agree with me if you're a 49er fan. With all the injuries, what he did was pretty good for like what he was, handed.
Yeah.
And that's why
I mean, they went 7-10 2 years in a row. I mean, with what he had, I don't think it's pretty decent with what he had to work with, I think.
And
that guy's 5'7.5".
And like Robert Saleh apparently did during the Super Bowl they asked
he's fluty.
It was
fluty.
It was Damon Bruce. Damon Bruce had a player in Tennessee, and he asked the player, and the player said after that 49ers game, Robert Saleh went up to him, shook his hand. He says, "Imagine if I'm able to coach you, next year, if you guys get a new coach, Robert Saleh got that opportunity, and he will be able to coach that player." I forgot what his name was, but Damon Bruce did like 5 shows at Media Row.
Bro, can you imagine if Robert Saleh pans out in Tennessee? Oh shit, that would make the Jets look.
That division is interesting. Now.
Tennessee, the most bald coaching staff in the NFL right now. Every coach, Dable, all of them.
Dude, Saleh versus D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
There's also somebody else in that division. Does anybody know his name?
Something
Cohen
or something.
I don't know, some guy this guy I know really has a man crush on.
You got Steichen, which is Levi's guy in Indy. It's a nice division, man. That is a
Turned
chess.
around.
That's a chess division now. I can't even watch that division. I'm a checkers man. That's
At
a
least
Yeah,
play that
Crazy Juice
division
Poppy
this
is an
year.
interesting story. And from
Oh,
Heisman
yeah.
candidate to nobody wants him now.
The story is lovely, but the height is what. Hey, the height killed me.
Yeah.
I was a great athlete, but I was just too short, and I just couldn't transition to the next level.
I mean, you want to talk about, I have the stats for bout balls batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Oof.
Chambliss from Ole Miss led the entire NCAA with 15. So you want to talk about height problems?
Wow, Trinidad Chambliss did?
Had 15 passes batted down at the line of
What is
scrimmage
he?
leading this draft class.
He's 6 feet. He's not even 5'9".
That
like
6
Poppy.
feet might be a little exaggerated.
Well, we don't
So-
have the combine numbers yet, but we have the
so-
college numbers.
So during the college football playoffs, because I think Ole Miss was the only SEC team that made it like far into the playoffs. That kid before this year was in junior college. Okay, in junior college. And then he gets the opportunity at Ole Miss and he takes the team to the college football playoffs. It says a lot about that. And I've always argued this, and people can disagree with me, but I've always argued this. I don't care if you're a 5-star, if you're a 4-star. If you can play football and you can play it at a high level, that's the player that I want. I don't care about 5 stars because Andrew Luck was a 2-star recruit when he went to Stanford.
Cam Ward, 0 stars. Cam Ward.
So
Yep.
it really shows you that, like, and that you don't need to be 6'4", 224 pounds. Who
But
made
it
these
helps,
rules?
you know what I
Who
mean?
made these rules? Like that, you have to be that tall and
Old
play
coaches that ain't in the NFL no more.
Yeah, there's an evolution of football of a smaller, like a
Yeah.
a smaller.
When I
guy.
walked on as a wide receiver moving to tight end. I was too small. I was 6'3", 230. They're like, that's too small to play tight end. You got to be 6'5", 250 minimum to play tight end in the NFL.
Nobody
So
wants to
I
hear
was
you're
already
too
in that
small.
weird tweener spot, which now Isaiah Likely, 6'3", 230.
Isaiah Likely might be coming to the Browns.
Oh, by the way, did you see? Nah.
Come on.
It was 8 hours ago, so y'all might have already seen this. We've got some more Rashee Rice news.
Uh-oh. What did
An
he do now?
ex-girlfriend of Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice has filed a civil lawsuit in Texas alleging he repeatedly assaulted her during an 18-month span from 2023 to 2025. Dakota Jones, who said she was pregnant during many of the assaults, is seeking more than $1 million in damages.
Jesus. He's going to jail with James Pierce Jr.
I know he's already got 30 days to serve over the thing, which is ridiculous. That's all he got, but
What a mess for the
I
Falcons.
hope this buries him, dude.
Yeah, everybody's we're having a struggle here with young men attacking young women. I don't understand it. I never got that.
Yeah,
pretty
Roger
scary.
Goodell would be like, oh, King Mahomes, you need to be wide receiver. Okay, we'll just give him like 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, like literally.
Like, remember the NFL,
Yeah.
and people can disagree with me, but I'm going to say a hot take, a serious one. Usually I always say this just for fun, but I personally am speaking for myself. If you like smoke some stuff and you get an entire year suspended and you get fined a lot of money compared to a player who fights and off season, gets in trouble and they get like 2-game suspension. The NFL continues to show its disgusting evil head every year when you want to like pass certain players for certain reasons. I don't like that, and go F yourself, NFL.
Damn.
Need to take a harder stance on it.
Man, the NFLP ain't doing shit, bro.
No, they only care about making money. That's all. As long as they can make money, it doesn't matter. So
And that's why you have a lot of dumb, and excuse my language, a lot of dumb morons in the NFL who complain about a halftime show. That's sad. Come on, football.
there's other things
Yeah,
to be
some
mad
UFC
about.
fighter tried to say some shit now. And was it Andrew Strickland or whatever his name is?
All boxing. I'm all boxing. Screw
Was it? I remember. I think I was watching wrestling, or they were talking about the wrestlers, and they started screaming "F Ice," and then the wrestlers were like,
I saw that.
"I don't know," because I don't
It's
know.
like UAE or not like
A-
traditional WWE, but
No,
yeah.
I think it's AEW.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
the funny thing about it, and DST he streams wrestling. I actually like AEW because I know the son of the Jacksonville Jaguars owner who loves wrestling, who is invested in like he will do anything.
Khan?
Yeah,
Tony Khan.
yeah, and so he will do anything to promote his brand. And of course, it's never going to be WWE, but at least wrestlers now have an option for a top tier wrestling company that pays them good money and sometimes even overpays.
WWE is toxic as F, bro. Those people, they don't care about you one bit. So that's dangerous. It's dangerous to be there.
So
Good old do-rag Vince.
The do-rag.
Oh, that was my childhood right there, bro. That's
The
what I grew
Raw
up on.
era. It was good there, like around 2000. The year, like I think around 2000 was my favorite wrestling, unless it was the 80s. But
Vince did nothing wrong. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, bro.
like
He's
Michael
back.
Jackson.
He's done a lot of. They don't kid. He's done a lot of bad things that
Bro.
They have let pass. Because I can tell you, like some of the stuff they used to do back in the 80s and 90s.
Oof, that's a fun time.
Man, I can't wait to study his brain.
That's why Jesse Ventura.
They're gonna put that brain into a cyborg. It ain't
Listen,
going
like I know Jesse Ventura was never an elite wrestler back in the day, but imagine if Jesse Ventura
that's true
would have won union, like putting the union with wrestling, how everything would have changed. But Vince McMahon was like, no, I'm gonna underpay these people and they're gonna get hurt, and I do not care.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. Do what I say.
And somehow he became a governor for a state.
A whole
well,
state?
his wife is Secretary of Education, so I mean I'm not shocked.
Yeah, Vince's wife.
Hey,
Yeah,
this
because
is
she likes
football.
A1
I need to make that
technology.
Corey Davis clip. I do. I really need to get that.
Levi, have you heard
Just
of
so
Josh?
when people start talking other things, I can just click it.
Yeah, that is cool. You're right.
Well, if I
Josh
find it
Josh
before
Cameron, Levi, wide receiver Josh
if
Cameron.
I find it before you, I'll send it to you.
He's
All right, buddy.
Very end of my
appreciate
list.
that.
Remember, I have extra time now because I'm not full time anymore.
Yeah.
Is he D1 or is he D2?
Josh Cameron, right now he's in my tier 3 potential list. He's there with like people like Vinny Anthony and like Chris Hilton Jr., who probably people have rated better than that. But Kevin Coleman, Chase Roberts from Duke. Like, there's just some guys like I'm kind of like sneaking peeks at, but I don't know anything about them too much yet. But Josh Cameron's going to be he's going to be interviewed soon on a certain program.
Yeah, there's a couple guys I'm looking at, but I haven't looked at any smaller school guys.
Man, we need everything, bro.
I think he's Baylor, actually, Levi Cameron.
Okay.
Josh Cameron. Great big hands, good arm length. He's a great weight. He's a great height or weight. I think he's either too short or too light, but it's always something.
Oh, too light. Ooh,
too light. MC
Fucking
too light.
Pack. The light pack.
All right. Well, hey, I gotta work early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, I do too.
So,
poor
Time to go.
bastards.
I know. That work for a living stuff, right?
That sucks.
It does suck. I'm not gonna lie.
Not long though. You can
But-
retire soon.
I actually looked at a statement from a certain agency, and I have worked enough hours in my life to the point where I could retire now.
I'm telling you, bro. Don't wait. 55 is when you should retire, and don't do it a day after that. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes
I was
for
looking
everyone.
at that, going, "You got to be kidding me!" But no, it was telling me, "Yeah, you're good.
You can get a
got
nice,
more than enough hours." That I was like,
nice fat
really?
check.
I mean,
Yeah, bro.
You can sit on your ass and grow
It's
fucking
crazy.
cranberries if you want, whatever you want.
that AES place I used to work at, I used to put 55, 60 hours a weekend. So I could see that adding up over the course of, the 18 and a half years I was there. So,
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been working for 30 years now. So I've been paying taxes for 30 years on income. So
Yeah, I can't wait.
I've probably been doing that for like 32, 33 years, maybe.
yeah.
But when I was a teenager, I had 2 jobs. But I mean, you add it all up, it's telling me you've worked enough. I'm like, huh, that's interesting,
Good shit, Rick. That's
Yep.
awesome.
So you might get a job, bro.
Jason, I don't think anybody really cares too much about that, to be honest with you.
So I remember
We produce coaches for everyone,
I remember a good family friend of mine. He's now just about to turn 70, but 15 years ago he was in his 50s, and he was given the option because he was a city worker. He was given the option. You could work 5 more years, and then you retire, when you're supposed to, or we can cash you out on, basically was a $15,000 check to cash out to retire early, and his pension would not lose any value. And so he decided to do that. And he still gets a quality pension, and that 15 grand that he got, he invested it in a retirement home.
Yeah, man. I hear that, Rick. That's going to be awesome.
So if I'm ever given that opportunity, like when I'm in my 50s, I will do the same thing.
Man,
Rick, what you got to do, man,
bro.
go get you a part-time job at one of the airlines and get you some flight benefits. That's half of the people I worked with.
Man,
they were all retirees that worked 2 days a week, and they get free flight benefits then. So you're retired, you can fly for free, and you can even fly at that point internationally just for paying taxes. So a round trip ticket to Europe is like $120.
Or here's some other advice: join the Air Force, and then they'll fly you wherever you want. Trust me, you literally can jump on a plane almost any time, and go almost anywhere.
All right, guess we're going to Paris, bro.
Patty.
Paris. We're going to Australia.
It's kind of perfect because
and we're playing the Raiders in Mexico, I guess.
I knew they were going to do that shit. They don't want y'all playing in Santa Clara.
Why are we going to the 2 scariest places on earth, Australia and Mexico? Why the hell are they doing that?
Hey, don't talk about Mexico. It's a great country, Kenny.
Yeah, but there's spiders and jungles and shit. It's scary.
Of course, Australia has a lot of weird, crazy wildlife.
Go to Australia, bro. It's unique.
Yeah, fuck Australia. That's Florida on crack.
Australia used to have a problem with some bugs, so they brought all these frogs to eat the bugs or something, and then all the frogs they just had so many babies that they had so many frogs. Then the frogs were poisonous, so they were killing everything that ate the frog. So now they brought in these red ants to kill the frogs. It's just fucking
bro.
Australia is like a petri dish.
One rule.
Australia has like the most venomous snake, the most venomous spider, the fucking most venomous sea life, the most venomous fucking bird, like everything there.
Yo, but what's crazy?
It's almost like we jumped off a bunch of prisoners and used it as a prisoner colony.
You know what though? Knowing all that, all that
something like
me,
that.
I still want to go.
I'd love to go too.
Yeah, still want to go.
Anyway,
I'm just excited, boys. My PC is coming soon, and I bought a fucking monster.
All right,
good shit.
Tune in next week. Maybe Levi will be here and talk about what he's really wanting to do with the combine here.
Correspondence.
Maybe there's a player or two he wants to talk to, right? Like,
gonna have insider info.
Know.
Just that feel.
And Saturday night, it's the mock draft series. It's episode 2. We're going to have a special guest picking for the 49ers. You have to tune in to see who.
The Phantom Menace.
As Corey Davis says, go 49ers and F all 31 other teams. And